camera looks. Over here, this is a nice view right here on the Book of Faces. They got the best view. They can see the whole studio here. And I actually did quite a bit of cleaning this morning. So my desk isn't quite as cluttered as it normally is. So you guys get to actually just see one stack of books instead of piles of stuff over here. Isn't that nice? Look at that. This morning, MMP, the Marijuana Maintenance Program. If you're not in that group on Facebook, on the Book of Faces, sorry, talk. They censor you so bad over there. But if you go on the Book of Faces and you search for Marijuana Maintenance Program, you will find a 420 friendly recovery group. I attend the Tuesday morning meetings there. I've been hopping in on the Monday morning meetings as well recently. So if anybody's interested in checking them out, if you'd like somebody to go with, I would be happy to attend the meeting with you. It's 8 a.m. Central. They also do some evening meetings there as well. But Tuesday morning meetings, they do what's called while you're attending the meeting, you set an intention for something that you would like to get done around your house, whether it be doing the dishes or folding your laundry or cleaning off your desk or whatever it is. And then while we're doing the Zoom meeting, you go ahead and get your thing done that you set the intention for at the beginning of the meeting. So this morning, my intention was to clean my desk. So I worked on it. I made excellent headway. I got a few things that are still sitting around here that could get. For the most part, I got so much stuff put into its homes. Makes me feel good. This is actually a really nice, conducive environment around me for creating, because today is my day off at the campground. I've decided to take Tuesdays off there, come in Monday, clean up from the weekend, and then Tuesdays I have the day off, so I can be here for Toothless Tuesday for as long as I need to be, and then I can do writing or comedy or whatever in the evening and throughout the day. So today, my main goal after doing this morning's video is to work on my presentation for May 30th here in Whitewater at the Whitewater Storytelling Festival. I'm doing a workshop. Ooh, I actually get a whole hour to teach some people some stuff. So we're going to learn how to process pain. That's going to be my class. I'm teaching we're going to explore different artistic ways to express our inner anguish. And we're going to deep dive into poetry, music, and what's the other one? See, I can't even remember. I got to work on this. Art, any kind of art, whether it be drawing, painting, sculpting, whatever. So we're going to explore those three in depth as ways to process trauma and hurts and hang-ups throughout life. I think it's going to be a really awesome class, plus I'm sprinkling comedy throughout the whole thing. It's going to be really fun. Today I'm going to spend most of my day doing research, just writing up a lot of stuff about those three ways of expression and different pros and cons about them, different examples of people that use those methods to process their grief, stuff like that. I got to put together a PowerPoint for the whole thing yet too, so today is going to be very active here in my office. I'm excited for it. I get a whole day of writing and creating. I love your videos, says Jamie. Woo! Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate it. Good to have you here this morning. Morning, Kylie. Good to see you too. Over on the book, we got somebody coming in. Over on the tube, we got somebody coming in. Come on in, guys. Hang out with me. So my goal for this summer and this year has been to get my comedy career off the ground a little bit. So May 30th, I'm still working on other stuff too, obviously. Teaching a poetry class May 30th. So I'm still doing the inspirational side of things as well. But May 30th, I have that. And this morning, I got a message of a potential paid comedy gig. That's pretty awesome. So I'm going to be talking to that person either later today or possibly tomorrow morning about some more details on that. We got to work out some of the deets, got to figure out all the little details about such things. Do you have a stage? All of these things must be decided before I get there. Morning. Got a couple more people over on the book. How's the audio? How's the video? I apologize to the people watching on the tube because your camera does not look good. I normally have a little more color than this, okay? I'm using an old cell phone for that one. Today is Tuesday, so it is Toothless Tuesday here at the Point of Change. If you've never seen me on a Tuesday morning before, every Tuesday morning I go live without my top denture to show support for those of us who are missing teeth due to our drug addictions, to raise awareness for the damage that drugs cause to your teeth, and to fight the stigma that people who are missing teeth are dumb or stupid or ugly. We are none of those things, and if we are, it's not just because we're missing teeth, right? Hell yeah. So yeah, and today, as long as everything goes according to plan here and it stays on schedule, I'm planning on doing an evening Toothless Tuesday as well. I think I'm going to call that one the Evening Gummer, because last night I thought of the joke that, that it's the evening time and I'm going to pop my denture out and so thinking of calling Tuesday evening, we'll do a Toothless Tuesday, but it'll be the Tuesday night gummer or something like that, because I think that's just hilarious. It makes me chuckle and it makes my wife cringe. So so we're going to go with it, I got to get this background area cleaned up here yet for you guys. I see I got so much stuff back there right now, but some of it's got to stay out and be ready. It's got to be on the ready, man. I got to just be ready to run out the door with my amplifier and my microphone stand at any minute. Morning, Michael McNeil. What's up, brother? Over on the talk. Good morning. Good morning. We got 2 people on the book. Throw up some hearts, guys. Hearts, likes, loves, all those things. Whatever platform you may be watching on, let that platform know that you like what you are seeing. Unless you don't, then you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Or if you'd rather remain anonymous. Man, this chair, over the years here, this chair has gotten a little rougher. It has gotten a little rougher. The arms are a little wobbly now. I like it because it's cool looking and it fits my red and black scheme, so I like this chair, but since I got it, it's had some issues. I mean, this back support is shot. It's just a pillow. There's just a pillow that straps on it with rubber bands, and that's your back support. So it moves all over the place while I'm trying to do live videos, and it's just not, it's not holding up. But she's still rocking, and it looks like if you took the driver's seat out of the Batmobile, this is it right here. I mean, it's freaking cool, especially if you look at the back of the chair. It looks really cool. But, so the fucker looks cool, but it's just not very utilitarian or practical. It's got a footrest that sucks. But whatever. It's been a decent chair for while I've had it. I think sometime I'm going to get a smaller chair just because, like, it takes up, like, you can't see what the hell's going on behind me because of this giant Respawn headrest. And I'm not even a gamer, and it's a gamer chair. If I were to, I might keep it and put it downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wow. Yeah, that would drive me sick. Chair, though. Sick chair, though. That would drive me sick. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I do like it. It looks cool, but it's just not very practical or comfortable. And those are some kind of nice things to have in a chair, practical and comfortable and doesn't hurt my back. Plus, it's got this giant ass pad, and this giant ass pad, either way works. But when I sit here for like an hour, my butt gets all hot. That's just another thing it's another thing in the cons column of this chair. It's just too warm. Needs something a little better. And it always scooting myself back over. I'm just gonna rip my chair apart this morning. That's what I'm here to do, is just talk about how much my chair sucks. No, I'm just buying time until comments start coming in. No, I should give another shout out though to MMP, Marijuana Maintenance Program, and Josh White and what they're doing over there. It's freaking awesome. It's awesome to have so many Cali sober recovery groups popping up on different platforms and to see people advocating for it and to hear about it from multiple different sources. But what Josh has created there with MMP and the meetings that they do, it's really a wonderful place to be. It's an uplifting place to be of like-minded people in recovery that, no ostracization and all that stuff, and like they accept all pathways, but of course Cali Sober is kind of the mainstay. But it's just awesome. It's a great place to be and a great group of people. I'm really thankful for the meeting this morning. So thank you, Josh. If anybody's looking for a 420 friendly recovery group to join, right on Facebook, you search Marijuana Maintenance Program and hopefully it'll come up. He's had struggles with it not coming up, that's for sure, but hopefully, if you search, you can find it. And that's an awesome place. And I go most Tuesday mornings. I attend their Zoom meetings. So if you're looking for a meeting to go to and you want somebody to attend with, hit me up. I would be more than happy to attend the meeting with you. I think it's 8 a.m. Central. Yes, 8 a.m. Central for the meetings there. Then you can join the group on Facebook, and then you get all the information, or you hit me up and I can get you the information, because the meetings are on Zoom. So you got to have Zoom on your phone as well. Download that, and then you can attend the meetings. There's also Cali Sober Recovery Support Hub. That's a great one with Quinn Stone. And then there's Canna Recovery. That's another great one. And those are all places that I know of anyways. Maybe you guys have found something different. Let's see. Hey, Matty. Love the videos. I'm 5 years clean off of meth. Your videos make me laugh at how disgraceful I used to be. Good. I'm glad you get a kick out of it. It's funny how relatable Matthew is, isn't he? It's crazy how we all went through a very similar experience. If you talk to a meth addict, they'll tell you that same story. You know, I had somebody comment the other day, Josh and Lori commented, Lori, I should say, commented on one of the videos and said, Matthew sounds like Josh used to in his active addiction. And it was like, I'm sure it does, because Matthew sounds like all of us in our active addiction, okay? We've all had a Matthew moment. Every one of us has had a time where we either looked or sounded like Matthew. What's up, Steffi? What's up? What's going on, Kim? Good to see ya. Come on in, guys. Hang out with me. Oh, yeah. Did you get the most recent Matthew video? So my most recent upload wasn't Matthew was in the video, but it wasn't necessarily an episode of Matthew. It was just the Stoners versus Tweakers video. But before that was an actual episode of the Matthew Show. And, and that was a really fun episode to make. It was a really fun one to write. Is that a condenser mic? Not sure. Well, it does have a condenser. It has all the attachments, like a foam thing that goes over it, and then it has a condenser that you can mount onto the mic boom here, and you can put it in front of it. But that's all way too much. It just sits right here and blocks out my whole face for videos, so I don't have any of that on it, and it still seems to sound okay. But it's decently priced. I think it was like $50 for the mic and the boom. And it was on Amazon. So check it out. Just search for microphones with boom, and you'll find all kinds of stuff. Brand. Oh, the brand. It is a Milano. Just a cheaply made Japanese microphone. Matthew messed up. Cheers, brother. I got to get to work. Have a great day there, buddy. One love from Canada, Alberta, Canada. Woo! Brett Hart. There you go. Good to see you this morning, man. Thanks for tuning in. My neighbor to the north. I'm right down here in Wisconsin, so we get to share the cold frickin' winters. Cool, says Harley. Yeah, it works. It works. It's decent. Oh, I got a hat and a mustache. Yeehaw! I tell you, Talk is a little wild. It's a little wild. Your viewers over on Talk can put filters on you at any time. Marcus from Texas. What's going on, Marcus? Good to see you this morning. So sometimes I'm getting into a spiel or something, and all of a sudden I look at this camera and I'm wearing a cowboy hat and I got a mustache, or I got a dragon on my head breathing fire. Kaylee, good morning, Kaylee. Good to see you this morning. Yeah, so I got a lot of work ahead of me, and that's awesome. I'm super happy to have things rolling in, and people are hitting me up about comedy gigs. People are hitting me up about workshops. Things are starting to roll. And it's really cool when you actually start, like, I don't know, it's like equal action versus reaction. You know, you start putting the action in and start putting yourself out there that, hey, this is what I'm pursuing, this is what I'm doing, you know, and things will start happening. So it's really cool. Bro, your skits crack me up. Good, Marcus. I was aiming for it, man. That's just the old me. It's all, there's a little bit of truth in every Matthew video. It's usually a real story that I just took and highlighted the comedy side of it, and then there you go. That's where it comes from. Yeah, so today we're doing Toothless Tuesday this morning, but then this evening I'm going to do another Toothless Tuesday. So come on back this evening if you'd like to hang out with me again. See what happens today. Today I got a lot of writing to do. I would like to get out on my motorcycle for at least a little putt around town or something. It's super nice out, and I've been just itching to get out there and ride that thing. So I'm going to try some point in the middle of the day, maybe I'll take a lunch break or something and just go ride my motorcycle and go get a burger somewhere. That sounds like a wonderful idea for a midday break from all of this. Oh, all this creation, tell you, really takes it out of you. No. No, I love what I do here at The Point of Change. I love comedy. I love writing. I love making these videos. So it all works out to be really enjoyable for me. And I've decided with my part-time job that I got that's still working, still working and still paying the bills through a regular job. But one day, I'll be hopefully traveling around Wisconsin to begin with. I want to just be a local Wisconsin comic for a while. That would be beautiful. And then just driving around Wisconsin and sharing the story of recovery and sharing some comedy and making a living doing that. That'll be great. But for now, we're going to keep on with the normal job. But I've stepped down to a part-time position. So Tuesdays I have off as my day to create and write and just be here for making videos because I got this Toothless Tuesday in the morning. And if this is one of those videos where a lot of people are commenting and things are going on and we get into some deep subjects, I want to be able to be here. Matthew, what? I want to be able to be here and stick around and not have to end this video if something comes up and we're actually on a good conversation, So I want my Toothless Tuesday time. I want my writing time. And then there's a couple open mics, comedy open mics in Milwaukee on Tuesday nights. So Milwaukee on Tuesday nights, I'll be driving over there and doing some open mics too. This week I'm not because today I want to focus on writing all freaking day. What's going on, Austin? Good to see you. I love this guy. Good. This guy loves you back. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate coming in. Likes and loves coming up on the videos. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Great to see everybody this morning. Thanks for joining me and seeing my toothless face. Take the teeth out, and I'm not far from Matthew. It's kind of disturbing sometimes when I wake up and I walk in the bathroom and I ain't got my teeth in or anything yet, and I look and my hair's all fucked up from bed. I look and I'm like, oh, there's Matthew. Look at that. It's a wild transition though to go from looking like Matthew and then you comb your hair and put some teeth in, and all of a sudden, oh, there's Matthew. I'm glad that it's such a drastic change, though, just for the video's purposes, just so I'm able to really portray those two different characters. I think Matthew needs to get a job in his next video. That's a good idea, too. That's a great idea. Thank you for that one. I don't know if it'll be the next video. I have quite a few video ideas written down, but I'm jotting that down. Matthew gets a job. Because I have some stories in my head. Right away, as soon as you said it, I thought of a couple different jobs that I showed up, fucked up some shit, and left, So let's see. Oh, we made this one. And I made that one. Let's write this one. Matthew gets a job. That's great. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. We're on episode 20 of Matthew. Crazy. Let's hear. Nah, you gotta wait and see him in the video. Man. Oh, some of the shit you do in a terrible meth addiction, I tell you. Make you shudder. You know what I mean? It's embarrassing sometimes to think back about yourself and your active addiction and to face like, that's what you did. That's what you did with your time. And then complained that the world was against you and you couldn't get ahead and blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, because you ain't fucking putting in your 100% anyways. You ain't even putting in 50%. If I spent half as much energy, if I took half the amount of energy that I spent into getting fucked up and put it into doing good things, I would have done great. Anybody that goes through a drug addiction, that's one, a lot of people dismiss the awesome characteristics that a drug addict shows. Like, there's a lot of, supply and demand, marketing and distribution. You're actually doing some awesome work quality stuff. Determination. No matter how many people tell you to stop doing what you're doing, no matter how many things come up to stop you from going on that run and getting that bag, you still did it. Like, that's awesome dedication and determination. But you were just aim towards drugs. You know, if you take an active drug addict and were to aim them and keep all their same qualities, but aim them on anything else, they will accomplish the shit out of it, man. So don't count yourself short. If you've been a drug addict, I tell you what, man, you got some awesome capabilities inside of you. I asked someone for a spoon of water once. They asked, why not a cup? Just a spoon. I would like a spoonful of water, please. I am dehydrated. I always told myself I'm okay because I was different. Right. Oh, man. I had so many excuses that I could just keep going with my drug addiction, you know, because it was like people would tell you this, but that, you know, I had an excuse for every reason. I always told myself I'm okay because I was different. Yeah, I always told myself I was okay because I wasn't shooting it, you know? I always told myself I was okay because it wasn't like totally ruining my life, but it totally was. And some people, like, you just live in that delusion and you get, I shouldn't say some people, if you fell into drug addiction, you lived in that delusion that it's, you know, oh, it's everybody else, the victim mentality and, you know, I'm not hurting anybody but myself. I'm just doing blah, 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 you know, and the justifications. Matthew gets arrested. Good idea. That one I already got on the list. I just need to get a police officer costume so that I can make that one. But that one I already have on the list. I haven't written it yet, but I also have an excellent idea for that one as well, because I have a story of when I got pulled over in active addiction and I didn't have any drugs on me, but I had everything else on me. Like besides I'd had nothing illegal, but I had all of the meth head things, you know, like everything was pointing towards this guy's a meth head. Like I had the backpack, I had a tackle box full of like cleaning utensils, I had a torch, I had like coloring books and tools and 10 knives and a headlamp and a flashlight, like all of the meth head accoutrement. But I didn't have any meth and I didn't have any bowls or pipes or anything like that on me. So they like couldn't get me on nothing, but they went over me with a fine tooth comb and like, we're just like, all right, come on, man. Like, tell us where it is. Like, we know you have something. I'm like, I don't have nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Matthew.
Huh? What? What's going on? What do you mean? What? Huh?
He comes out so quick. And it's funny how I can't really do that voice once I put my teeth in. Like, because that voice is built around Matthew having no teeth. So once I put my teeth in, I really can't do the voice as well. It just doesn't sound the same. Let's see. Morning. Your flashlight video cracked me up. Dude, those are just good props for him to have. Matthew and either a headlamp or a flashlight or a torch or the big light bulb cup that I have that I got from Walmart like a few years ago. I made a whole video about this, but that video has since been deleted by Facebook. You sons of bitches. I mean, the Book of Faces. I'm sorry, Talk. But I made a whole video of always something there to remind me, and it was about like just when you see different shit that you're just like, oh wow, that looks like a meth pipe, or oh wow, that reminds me of this. And I went to Walmart and I come in and they had those light bulb cups with a straw in it, and I was like, come on. Like, I get that non-addicts don't think like us. You know, I get that they don't have the same mindset sometimes. But, like, how did you make a giant light bulb with a straw in it and not consider that looks like a big meth pipe, you know? I don't know who was in charge of that one. Tools of the trade. Yes, tools of the trade. Your flashlight video. Oh, I already read that one. No activity on the book this morning. Kind of surprising. I had a couple people pop in. Oh, there's one person back again. Good morning. No comments, though, and only one care react. That's never good. You know, when you're making a video and you're trying to be funny and you're trying to have fun and you get one care react. It's like, oh, bless your heart. That's what the care react is Facebook equivalent to bless your heart. I really think so. Sometimes. It can be a nice thing. Sometimes it's a very nice thing. Other times it's, oh, he's trying to be funny. That's sweet. Bless his heart. Let's see, what spoke to you the most in your addiction that made you stop? Mine was when I got my first felony. When I went back to a summer camp, it broke me. I didn't want to keep going back. Well, Well, obviously, as all addicts will tell you, it was a tangled web that led me to recovery, and it took a few attempts over the years. But it was my first like actual attempt. Like before I had gotten clean for, 30 days or a couple weeks, or I had done that a few times in the past. I'd get a bug up my ass and like, I'm gonna straighten out and I'm gonna get a job and I'm gonna start working out and I'm gonna stop doing meth. And I hate to tell you, but getting a job and starting to work out is not a life-changing monumental move. But in my mindset, that was huge. That like, because when you're doing nothing to better yourself, just adding exercise and cutting out the meth and getting a job, you think like that's going to be enough. But like, that's really nothing. That's really a small thing to try to change. So I would try to get clean by doing that. Still living in the same environment, still got the old buddies hanging around, still all of that. But I'm just not going to do meth anymore and I'm going to get a job. And then I would end up quitting the job and going back to meth and stuff because I really didn't have any other reasons. I really didn't have much of a heart for family or stuff like that. So I didn't have those other layers to put onto my recovery. It wasn't until I actually was like, I went to jail for 97 days, which wasn't even my longest jail stint ever, but it was a super eye-opening time. I went to jail for 97 days. I was supposed to be there for 7 months, but I had racked up almost 4 months worth of not good time. I had racked up 4 months worth of time sat on, when I was on probation. I was sitting weekends and sometimes a week or a couple, an overnight. I was constantly getting busted by my probation officer and put in jail. And if you're sitting in jail, but you're not actually charged with anything, that time is called, they pretty much bank that time in case you ever do fuck up, or when you get sentenced, then they take that time off of your sentence. Well, in the couple years that I had been on probation, I had racked up 4 months worth of time sat from sitting weekends and weeks and overnights. 4 months worth of time that had been in a jail cell in a very limited amount of time. And so that was kind of eye-opening. When I went through the revocation case and my probation officer was up there and she was like, and she listed off my violations and how many times I had missed. I had missed 13 probation visits out of 24. It was really just a big, like, wow, look how irresponsible you are being. It was laid out in front of me, presented by a court of law. And the judge, who I had seen numerous times in the past, like, he was the judge that, like, gave me a slap on the wrist and let me off light numerous times because he was like, oh, Jablonsky's a good kid. He's just hanging out. He just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. He's not a bad guy, blah, 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 blah. Because if you were only around me for a little bit, I could put the wool over your eyes and make it look like I was an okay guy. But if you stuck around for a while, like the old stay a while and maybe then you'll see a different side of me. I can't think who sings that song. But yeah, I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell. But yeah, so this time I went before this judge who had usually just slapped me on the wrist and thought I was a good kid. And he was presented all the evidence and he looked at me and he said, Mr. Jablonsky, usually in a revocation case, I like to weigh the good with the bad. But in your case, sir, there simply is no good. And like that hit me in the heart to be told by this judge that he couldn't find a single good thing about me. No redeeming qualities to give me a light sentence, So he gave me the full 7 months, but then I had 4 months time sat, only had to sit 97 days. And in that time in that jail cell, a lot of things happened. Number one was a lot of the people that came in knew who I was, and I had introduced them to hard drugs. And it was really weird was I had one guy come in, and he was so happy to see me. So I'm in jail on meth charges and terrible criminal activity. And this guy comes in who just caught a meth charge, and he sees the guy who introduced him to meth, and he was happy to see me. He was like, Matty, dude, what's going on, man? Blah, blah, blah. Just picked up a charge. Meh, 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 meh. And I'm just like, how screwed up is that mindset? Like, if I was sitting here eating rotten chicken, right? I'm eating chicken that I know is no good and it's going to give me food poisoning. And you come in and I tell you, no, dude, don't, have some of this chicken, man. It's fine. Just have some of this chicken. And I introduce you to this rotten chicken, right? 2 days later, I'm in the hospital with food poisoning and they wheel you in next to me. Are you going to be like, hey, Matty, what's up, man? You're the guy that gave me that chicken. No, you're going to be like, what the fuck, dude? Why would you give me that chicken? I'm in the hospital now. But no, addiction just has your brain all screwed up. So that was a wake up call for me too. Plus like the fact that like everybody that came in was like, Matty. And it was like, oh shit. Like if these are the people you surround yourself with, and you can continue to point the finger and say, oh, yeah, I hang out with him, but he's really bad. Oh, and yeah, I hang out with her, but like, she's actually really bad. Like, I'm good. These guys are all fucked up, Eventually, you got to realize, like, you are who you surround yourself with, or you will become who you surround yourself with if you're not already them. But if you look at your peers and the people you surround yourself with, you realize that's not just the people around you. I am the people around them, So like I am one of these people. And then my mom came to see me while I was in jail, and my mom had never come to visit me. My dad had come to visit me like every Sunday, like clockwork. I had a visitor, and it was my dad. And then one Sunday they woke me up, kicked my bunk, hey, Jablonsky, you got a visitor. I'm like, okay, going to see my dad. And I go to the library, and it was my mom sitting on the other side of that little glass window, and I'm sitting there in my orange jumpsuit, and she'd never seen me in that. And she was so brokenhearted to see her baby boy behind that little visitor window in the orange suit. And it broke my heart to see my mom's heart broke. So that was another big unlocking moment. And then I started going to NA meetings. Obviously, I didn't stick with NA. I have some disagreements with the program, but I still have a huge amount of respect for the program and people that get clean that way. That's awesome. But we have some disagreements, so I didn't stick with the NA method. But it was really instrumental in the beginning. They were so I was in jail, and my bunkie, the guy it wasn't an upper and lower bunk. It was side by side bunks. So my bunkie was another meth addict. And we were talking about when we get out, we're going to steal a camper and we're going to go Breaking Bad style, man. We're going to tour the countryside. And we're going to make meth and we're going to sell it and we're going to travel and it's going to be great. And he was a robber. he was a thief, and I was a meth head / thief, and he was a meth head / thief. So we were going to team up and we were going to tour the countryside and make meth. And then one day the jailer comes in and he's like, anybody for NA and AA meeting, stand up. And my bunkie stood up. And I was like, you go to NA? And he was like, dude, it gets me out of the cell for an hour. You go to the library, you talk about drugs. The guy's actually kind of cool. And sometimes they let you bring a book back. And I was like, fuck, that doesn't sound so bad. I could go to get out of this jail cell for an hour. That sounds fine. So the next week I signed up for the NA meeting to go check it out, right? And I went, and the dude was really cool. It was a very informal NA meeting. It wasn't like all the readings and the stuff that you see in a normal NA setting. It was a jailhouse NA meeting where we just talked shit for like an hour about drugs and the shit we used to do and all this stuff. But it was coupled with a good message. And even just going there that one time and hearing the guy that chairs the meeting and seeing him smile and like doing good stuff for people and coming to a jail to help other people. And he talked about his wife and his car and all this stuff that he's got, and owning his own home, and he's doing good. And then he shares his story about, how he was a terrible drug addict and he was a drunk and he frickin' got all wasted and took a bunch of pills and stole his buddy's Camaro and then tore out of the driveway and went across the road, spun his back tires across the road and ended up going down into a ravine and rolling the car like 6 times and almost dying. And that was his like wake up call to like get his shit together. And, when you're in that drug addict life, hearing that story even was like, oh, that's cool. Oh, you stole a Camaro. Hell yeah, bro. Like, you're awesome, But then to hear the ultimate end of it, that he almost died from it and that he was in the hospital and then he woke up and decided never to touch drugs again and stuff. It was one of those, that was my, if he can do it, I can too moment. That was my, hearing him tell his story was like, well, if this guy who was terrible, drug addict, alcoholic, pills and all this stuff, stealing Camaros, if he can fucking get better and sit here with a smile on his face and be happy and own a home and have a wife and all this stuff, like maybe I could get better too, you know? So that was a huge pivotal wake up moment for me, was hearing his story. And just talking with him in general. Like, he told me, like, because I went to the meeting before I got out, went to that meeting that week, and he was like, well, here, I'll tell you the story first. The first meeting I went to, after he shared his story, he opened it up for us to ask questions and stuff, and anybody else that wanted to share. And the first question that burst from my soul was, how did you forgive yourself for all the bad shit you did? Because that was something that was burning in my brain. Like, if I get off of the drugs, I'm going to remember and I'm going to have to face everything I've done. How am I not going to hate myself? Like, for the stealing and stealing my dad's truck and just everything that I've done. How am I not going to just hate myself and want to die forever, you know? So that was my question. How did you forgive yourself for all the bad shit you did? And he told me, and I still remember this, and I'm super happy for this. He said, by receiving forgiveness from others, you will begin to forgive yourself. And that stuck with me, because for years, people had told me, you need to forgive yourself. And nobody had ever given me an action on how to do that. You know, they're always said, you really need to forgive yourself. You know, we've forgiven you. You need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself. How do you do that? What do? You look in the mirror and say, hey, self, I'm really sorry. It's okay, self. I forgive you. Nope. Still feel like a piece of shit. Like, like, how is that going to work? And he told me, you know, by receiving forgiveness from others, you'll begin to forgive yourself. And even though it didn't totally make sense to me at the time, it was like, okay, that's something I can actually freaking do. I can do that. Like, I can apologize to people. I can make amends for what I've done, right? So even though I didn't follow the NA 12-step traditional method, I still borrowed from that method. And one of the steps that I borrowed and I still stand behind is that making amends and reaching out to the people that you've wronged and just at least apologizing and clearing your side of the street. Whether they accept it or not is on them. But 90% of the time, if you reach out to somebody you wronged and you tell them, hey man, I know this is weird, but I'm really sorry about, you know, X amount of years ago, I freaking stole this from you, or I did this and you didn't deserve that. And I'm really sorry. I'm working on myself. The amount of people who will tell you it's cool is like staggering. Like, people who you thought you would call and they would be like, fuck you, dude, like, go die, you know, like, and they'll be like, dude, I'm really happy to hear from you. Like, I'm glad you're doing better. Like, just keep doing better. I don't want anything from you. Sometimes you'll hear, I didn't even know you did that. And there were some people that I apologized to, that hearing them say it's okay, hearing the victim of what I had done, right? I was the perpetrator. I had done this thing to them. So hearing the person who was the victim of it, who was actually hurt and wronged and lost on this deal, say, it's okay, dude. Like, I hold no ill will towards you. I want you to do better, blah, blah, blah. If that person can forgive me, maybe I can forgive me, right? Because I wasn't hurt by the situation. I gained from the situation. So if the person who was wronged and was hurt by it can say, it's all good, dude, then I think I can say it's all good, dude, too, you know? So that was instrumental. And then before I got out, I went to the NA meeting the week before I left, and I told him I was getting out, and he told me he used to do NA meetings in a prison. Oh, here comes my wife. Hello, how you feeling? Rough? Oh,
Rough.
man.
But Pilates is done.
Woo!
Kicking ass, taking names. I got some of the plants outside already. I can't do the rest by myself, but it kind of looks like there's a big storm coming in.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
It's very dark off this way.
Oh, I'll check the radar when I'm done up here.
Yeah, I got some windows open, so just keep an eye on that. Maybe close them before you go to work and everything.
I'm not working today. It's Tuesday.
Oh, it's fucking Tuesday.
Yeah. Woo! I'm working here. I'm going to be writing and stuff all day. I'm going to work on my workshop.
Leave the windows open as long as you can. The
Hell
only
yeah.
upstairs one is bathroom, but some of the lower ones are open, so.
Cool.
Watch that storm in case it actually hits.
Yeah.
And if you got it in you to carry the rest of those plants out on your own, just
I'm sure I
where
can
they
get
were,
that done.
that would be awesome. I'm getting ready to head to the studio. Full day. Woo!
Woo!
Heck yeah.
Massage world is going great for this lady.
It sure is. It sure is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a rough day because, menstrual cycle. That's
The ladies can relate.
The ladies can relate. All I want to do is cocoon, but I can't. And I'm in a fucking 3-day workout challenge to drop weight, and I'm in it to win it because there's $200 on the line.
Woo!
So I'm still showing up. I'm doing my workouts because we can do hard things, folks. We can do hard things.
We can do hard things. Way to go, baby.
So have a kick-ass day.
You too. I'm
All
proud
right.
of you.
Love you.
Love you.
Y'all have a good one.
Caitlin Jablonsky, everybody. Woo!
I'm gonna leave this open because Bodie's freaked out about a fucking dog barking like a block away.
Shadow person, he says.
See you later.
Love you. How's it going, guys? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So, where was I now? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I was in jail, and I was attending NA meetings, and then the week that I was going to get out, I went to my last NA meeting in jail. Like I said, it was a very casual NA meeting, just a bunch of guys talking about drugs. And I told the guy chairing the meeting that I was getting out this week and thanked him for the meetings and stuff. Because even though I originally just went there to get out of my cell, they were planting seeds in those meetings, bro. So I learned a thing or two, and I had grown and developed. But I thanked him for the meetings, and he said he used to do NA meetings at a prison. And when you got out of the prison, if you went to the left, there was a bar right there. But if you went to the right, there was an old church, and they did NA meetings in the basement, daily NA meetings. And he said he used to tell people when they were getting out, when you get out of here, go right. In every sense of the word, go right. And that stuck with me too. That stuck with me. Even though I didn't stick with NA, it still stuck with me to just go right. Whenever you have a decision, go right. So sticking with that, rocking with that. Then I got out, and as per usual in an addiction, when you go to jail, everybody acts like you died, and they just steal everything in your house and just fuck you over, and your girl goes and screws other guys, and it's just terrible, right? When you go to jail, it's just terrible. So I got out to the usual destruction of active addiction. Everything I owned was stolen. I didn't own much. I was a meth head. But I was staying in my dad's house. Some of my friends went to my dad's house, told him that they had left some stuff in my room, and he was like, yeah, sure, because my dad was a very trusting, loving man. So he was like, oh yeah, of course, go get your stuff. So they went in my room and just left with boxes and duffel bags of stuff, dude. They took everything. Xbox 360, my little TV, my cool-ass knife collection, my backpack, my twackle box, my flashlights. All of it was gone. And then found out my girl had been cheating on me, and then found out just everything that you find out when you get out of jail in an active addiction. All of the floor fell out. Okay, I had lost everything again. But I had a message on Facebook. I actually didn't have a car or nothing, so I hopped on my pedal bike and I pedal biked my ass into town, and I went to the library. Actually, this was right when I got out. When I first got out, I still hadn't found out everything. I found out that my stuff had all been stolen. Oh, and my dad had turned my bedroom into the laundry room. So I no longer had a closed door bedroom at his house. If I wanted to continue staying there, that was fine, but I had to sleep on a cot in the living room. I could no longer go in that bedroom and close myself off to the world, That was also instrumental. I could no longer just use in comfort, But when I first got out, I hopped on my bike, found out everything was gone, hopped on my bike, went into town to see, where everybody's at, what's everything going on. And I had messages from my old buddy from high school telling me, and every time I got out of jail, this dude would hit me up. And he was like, hey, man, if you ever want to come down here and stay on my couch, like, offer stands. I love you. My girlfriend loves you. Like, you can come down here. And I was always like, nah, bro, like, I got a new job. I want to see how that goes. I got to be here for my dad. I got a new girlfriend. Whatever excuse I could give him that I'm not going, But this time I had that same message of, hey, if you're done stealing shit, you can come stay with me, man, and straighten yourself out. And this time I was like, I might take you up on that, man. Like, I might. And I rode my bike back home, and that's when I found out that my girl had been cheating on me. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to get high. Fuck it. Like, everything's gone, and I'm back out of jail again, and I got nothing, and my girlfriend's cheating on me. I'm going to go high. I'm going to get high. So I went to call my dude, and when I grabbed that phone, one of those pivotal moments, like your life is a movie or something, I grabbed that phone, and all of a sudden this voice was like, call Ryan. And it was like, okay, I guess, yeah. So I flipped open the old flip phone and called Ryan and broke down and told him, like, dude, fucking everybody stole everything. My girl's cheating on me. I'm gonna get fucking high, dude. Please fucking help me. Can you help me? Just help me, And he was like, give me 5 minutes, man. And he got off the phone with me. He called his boss, told his boss he needed the rest of the day off. His boss gave it to him. He called me back. He was like, dude, I'm coming to get you. Like, can your dad bring you halfway? Like, I got the rest of the day off. I'm on my way. And I didn't want to ask my dad for shit because, like, I had just caught felonies, caught with drugs. Like, Dad totally knows I've been lying to him and doing drugs in his home now. So he's like, doesn't want to talk to me right now. So I didn't want to ask him shit. But we're in recovery now. We ask for help, right? So I was like, okay, I guess I'm just going to ask him, So I turned and was like, hey, Dad, Ryan kind of wants me to come try it out, stay on his couch. Would you be willing to take me halfway? And he was like, yes, you bet I will. Like, where do we got to meet him? When is he leaving? Is he going now? Get your clothes together. Let's go. He went and packed together like this haphazard box of food, like a bag of yellow rice and a box of Rice Krispies and a can of tuna, and gave me $50, told me not to spend it on drugs. And we hit the road and we met Ryan halfway and moved down here. And that was freaking 9 years ago, bro. So, I mean, it took a lot. That's definitely long story short on that one. It took a lot. Over the first year was pretty much me just trying like hell to self-sabotage and fuck this all up. All the while still kind of making the right moves, but underneath I was trying to self-sabotage. But like God, the universe, the powers that be, whatever you want to say, had other plans, and things just kept lining up and things just kept happening, and I was able to find a job, and I was able to find an apartment, and I was able to do this, and I was able to do that, and the shit just started working. And I was doing good at probation, and I started going to group therapy, and I started going to one-on-one counseling, and I was paying my fines, and just doing the damn thing, holding my job. And honestly, having a job was so nice for me because it felt like while I was at work, like every time I was outside, I felt like I was doing something wrong, and I felt like I'm going to go to jail. Like any minute, the cop cars are going to come screaming up, and they're all going to turn on their flashing lights, and they're going to take me to jail. Like everywhere I went, I had that constant fear that I'm doing something wrong, or they're going to find something I did wrong, and I'm going to go to jail. So when I would get to work, even just walking through the door into that factory was like a relief of like, okay, at least while I'm here, the odds of cops showing up and taking me to jail are lower. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true at all, but it felt true. It felt like I was safer when I was at work. So I was just every day, I'm going to work, going to work, going to work, going to work. And I just kept doing the next right thing. And, freaking 9 years later, here I am, still sitting here, still talking about it. Let's see, for what it's worth, I'm sorry you went through that. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I mean, it's all good. I'm so happy I went through it in ways. And it's awesome to be at a point where I can sit here and say that. Because in the beginning of my recovery, when people said they were grateful for what they went through, it made zero sense to me. It's like, really? You're grateful for crying in a basement, loading another fill, even though you don't want to do this shit anymore. You're grateful for that. You're grateful for stealing your parents' vehicle. You're grateful for ripping off people that were trying to do the best for you. You're grateful for messaging people telling them you needed $200 to pay the freaking bills and then just taking their money, spending it on dope and getting the lights shut off anyways. You're grateful for all that? Like, how can you look at that with a grateful heart? But after years of recovery, you eventually realize that if I hadn't done all those things, if I hadn't have gotten so bad, I never would have gotten better. And I would have just been a mild meth addict for years. You could be a meth addict for years and just subtly, slowly break trust, have different times when you were coming down and you freaked out on somebody, or yelled at your kids when you weren't, they didn't really do anything that bad, but you're coming down, so you scream at your kids or scream at your wife or scream at your parents or whatever. And those moments all just kind of fade away. When you're in an active addiction, the times when you were an unbearable asshole or a belligerent piece of shit they're blended into a giant nonsense clusterfuck in your head. And it's so easy to just be like, oh yeah, but I was coming down, so it doesn't, whatever, I'm sorry for freaking out, and you don't see the passive destruction, the path of the wake of destruction that you were leaving behind yourself. And it's only once you stop using and you can actually look back at what you've done with a clear and present conscience and a clear and present mind and say, oh shit, now I see how that time I thought I wasn't hurting anybody but myself, I actually was worrying the shit out of my dad, or my mom wasn't able to sleep that night, or, whatever. I lied to this person and stole that from this guy. And you start to see the just utter destruction that you had caused. And I've had so many people that comment on my videos and stuff that are actively using, right? Not like the hardcore one, the ones that are reaching out for help. I'm talking about the ones that see my video about anti-meth and they get triggered by it because they are a passive meth user, and they come on here and they lay out a paragraph long thing about, yeah, everybody thinks we're just a bunch of fucking meth addicts, but we're really not that way, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you poor soul. Like, I wish you could see it, because you are exactly that. Even right now, with your typing a paragraph long defense of meth, you're showing that you are exactly like that, Yeah, that is definitely a different way to look at it. It's a crazy place to get to. And realizing that if I hadn't gone through all that shit, I might still live back up home. And, maybe if I didn't even get into meth, let's take meth out of it. Let's say I stayed away from meth addiction. I never would have moved down here to southern Wisconsin. Maybe I would have. I can't say I never would have, but I probably wouldn't have. I'd probably still live up in the Northwoods. Probably would have gotten married to a girl from up there. Never would have met my beautiful, amazing wife. I never would have been close to Milwaukee so I can go try out comedy. Like, I wouldn't have the opportunities I have today if it weren't for the destruction and chaos that I walked through back then. And in a lot of ways, drug addicts learn things backwards, right? We don't not do bad things because someone says, hey, don't do that, that's a bad thing to do. We figure out not to do bad things because we do it, and then we go, oh shit, that fucking sucks. Like, don't do that. So people learn in 3 different ways, right? Repetition, trauma, and repetitive trauma. So repetition is doing something over and over and over again until you put it into muscle memory and you put it into your brain deep core. Or trauma is like, ow, that hurts, don't do that. And then there's repetitive trauma, which is, ow, that hurts, don't do that. Ow, shit, I forgot that hurts. Ow, I don't like it hurts, but I like doing it though. Ow, okay, it hurts. And then eventually one of those times you go, okay, all right, I'm done. I'm not going to touch it anymore. And that last one is usually us. That last one is usually us. I was just talking this morning about how recovery isn't necessarily like learning new things. It's like an archaeologist digging up things that we already knew. We're doing archaeology into our brain and finding a lot of it's already lessons that we knew. We just covered it up with drugs and a criminal lifestyle and all this stuff. And now we have to like unearth it and relearn all this stuff. And I think that's a big reason why the word recovery, why it has that R-E in the beginning, because it's not the first cover, it's we're recovering it. We're covering it again. And so we have to go over all of the shit that you already learned, because we already covered it once, but we're going to recover it. You know what I mean? You hear it? You see it? You see it? I hope that's as deep for you as it is for me, because I thought of that yesterday, and I know yesterday was 420, so it may have seemed way deeper. I may have thought that was really, really deep, but it wasn't. But I'm happy. I hope somebody out there was like, oh, you got to recover it. I like that. I hope that somebody had that thought. My dad did most of the work, though. Did I miss something, or were you just saying, oh, let's see, hell no, am I a player? I don't know. I have kids. My music, I don't know. I'm lost. I'm sorry, man. Have a good day, Kate. Oh, that's nice of you. Okay, I got to get back up here to Rick. Let's see. What spoke to you the most? Okay, and then they gave you the bundle package. Yeah, that's the part that broke me, seeing all my friends talking about that rotten chicken, how good it was. For sure, dude. Meth is some rotten chicken. NA is full of people that are ordered to be there instead of needing to be there. I went with AA instead. That's a good point, too. You know, sometimes the rooms in your area don't work out because of things like that. Oh, shit. It is like getting ready to storm, and Bodie just heard thunder. Oh, look at my big sad doggy. Come here, big scared boy. Oh, my goodness. I'm scared. Oh, he's trembling. He's trembling, you guys. The trembles have started. Oh, it's okay, big boy. It's okay. That dog can't hunt. He has 3 different types of hunting dog. He has Basset Hound, Blue Heeler, and Beagle. And he's gun shy.
That's why he gets to be the house dog, right? You get to be a house dog. We're going to sell him to somebody and he's going to have a good life. He ain't going to have to run no bears or nothing. Oh, look at you, though. You're so beautiful. Look on Talk. Look how good you look on the Talk. They got a good camera over there. And here on the Book of Faces. You got a good camera over here on the Book of Faces. No action over here on the Book of Faces, though. I got 2 viewers, but not a single comment and only 1 care react through this whole video. I got 2.7 thousand reactions over on the Talk. I got 5 reactions on the Tube, but we got 1 over here on the Book of Faces. Let's see. Kylie says, haha. That's my baby horse, too, if he hears thunder. Oh, yeah. Get me in the lap. Get me in the lap. Hi there. I just absolutely love your videos. Oh, thanks for coming by. I appreciate that. I have a great time making them, so I'm glad you guys appreciate watching them. Let's see. My dad did most of the work, though. Oh, that's right. I missed the beginning of that one. I don't use Facebook at all, says Muscular Beaver. You know, I can't blame you, man. I can't blame you because... Facebook, over the years, with the way their algorithm works and the things that happen over there, it's become a very toxic place. And there's a lot of scam artists on there, a lot of things that happen. Oh, shit, what's going on? Why is the Talk? Oh, the Talk thinks I'm AI. Hang on, I gotta let them know that I'm a real person. There, think I got it? All right. What was I just saying before the Talk interrupted me? Can't remember. Oh, Bodie. He's okay. He's okay, big boy. Oh, let's see. I'm just like you, says Kind Smoke. What's going on, bro? The book is toxic. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Over the years, with the different scammers and spammers and trolls and things that have happened on the Book of Faces that have created a toxic environment. And I've even noticed it in myself. When you're scrolling on the Book of Faces and you start to get this weird, petty feeling. You know what I mean? And a lot of people do it. Like they just come across a post and they're just, I'm just going to make a shitty comment. You do realize, like, I'm going to educate you because you obviously don't know, you know? And then there's that, and then plus with pages and stuff where you got all these scammers, you know, the message me if you just want a prize, message me. And anytime you comment on one of the big pages, reels or whatever, you're almost guaranteed to get a reply from a fake page saying, you just won, message me and for details. And it's just annoying. So, like, a lot of people don't even comment on shit anymore on Facebook because they're just like, man, I'm just going to end up with fucking scammers trying to hit me up, you know? King Smoke, bro, I'm so proud of you and I love your content. Appreciate it, man. Proud of you. Thanks for being here. He's the king of smoke. I mean, I don't exactly know, but I mean, I imagine that there's quite a process to become the king of smoke. So thank you for being here, Your Highness. We appreciate you for being here. Or they steal your content. For sure, they steal your content, dude. People like to download your videos and then post them on their own shit and pretend it's, and make a whole fake page out of you. I haven't had that totally happen yet. I've had a couple people that were pretending to be the point of change and telling people they won $500, and I was like, I don't even have $500 to like give you. Like, I can't believe you fell for that. I don't make that much from social media. And it's funny, the attitude of people in the world too. Like, even though, like, I'm monetized on Facebook, but I'm not monetized on TikTok or on YouTube. I don't make any money from this stuff. I make like $40 a month on Facebook, right? Like, I don't make much. But like the general public, because of guys like Mr. Beast and these guys that make a shit ton of money doing it, there seems to be this thought that you must make a bunch of money. Like, you gotta have a bunch of money because I see you on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and you got this cool setup and all this. So, well, this is a $50 microphone. I'm not rolling, I'm not rolling in the cash, okay? And it came with a boom arm. Oh, there was a big boomer. Speaking of boom, let's see, muscular. I never got into it at all. I just not an open person. The government needs a warrant if they want to see the inside of my life. I can appreciate that too, for sure. Dude, I hate those people who use your content and just put their face on the bottom. Oh, dude, remixes are so stupid. Like, I in ways I'm like, thank you for doing that. That's cool. But I've hated those videos where it's like one person is saying something really awesome. I'm being climbed like a tree. Hi, Bodie. It's okay, my big boy. It's okay. But yeah, when people just make a side-by-side video, I like it. I like remixes when people add something to the video, or they like make it, like they're talking to you or something like that. That's fun. But like when people just make a remix where it's one person saying something awesome and the other guy is just, you guys need to see this video. And then he just sits there doing this. Like, no. Like, I'm not gonna do that, okay? If you like something, you hear me say something and you learn it, like, that's how you learn stuff, okay? Is when other people teach it to you, or when you read it, or you heard it somewhere else, right? So now that you've watched my video of me talking about something, you know that. So you could go make your own video. You could literally take the knowledge that has just been bestowed upon you, go hit record on your camcorder, and put it into your own words and make the same video I just made with you talking. You know what I mean? Like, don't word for word rip me off, but I mean, if you hear me talking about something and you're like, oh wow, that's really awesome, I never knew that, then go do your own research, get your own, figure it out, learn it for yourself, and then go make a video. Hey guys, I just heard about this and I want to talk to you guys about it. And like, then it's original content. Then it's not just stealing some guy's shit and your page won't get flagged for it or nothing. Master has given the Dobby a snack. A sock, sorry. Yep. Dobby is a free elf. That would be another good character. I have a good Dobby face. I could play Dobby. I downloaded the Matthew feeling chart and I'm using it for homeschooling. Right, awesome. That's fucking great. How are we feeling today on the scale of 1 to Matthew? Let's see. Thunder Buddy activated. For sure. Yeah, and they don't give credit to the OG creator. Yeah, for sure. A lot of people don't. Some of them do. They'll be like, I was watching this video. I really like this guy. Here, listen to what he says. And I guess I shouldn't knock anybody for their form of content creation. Not everybody has they see something and they think it's really valuable and they want their followers to see it from that guy, I get it. I get it on some levels. But on some levels, it just seems like gimmicky. It doesn't seem like their heart is, I seen this and I want to share it with you guys. It seems more like, wow, that's a good video. They got a whole bunch of views. I'm going to fucking rip it off because I want to get a whole bunch of views on my page too. And that's part of what the algorithm has done these days with, they prioritize views over interaction, over comments. Just views themselves are way more of a priority for the social media platforms these days, which is okay on the level of
a lot of people don't react or comment. You might see a video or a post that literally changes your way of thinking. I know this, I'm guilty of this, okay? I'll read a post or watch a video that literally changes my brain on a way of thinking something different, but I don't react and I don't comment and I don't share. I didn't do anything. I just watched the video and then I go, wow, that was a really good video, and then set my phone down. I'm an asshole, okay? I'm an asshole. It's free to comment and react, and here I am trying to make a page and want people to comment and react, but I don't do it myself, you know? So that's a lesson for any content creator, is just because you don't get reactions or comments or likes or shares doesn't mean you didn't change somebody's life, okay? You might have, that video may have very well changed somebody's life, and they didn't react, they didn't comment, they didn't share it. So never discredit your videos and thinking because it didn't get reactions, it didn't get shares, it didn't get comments, that it wasn't good, okay? It might have been amazing for somebody out there. But so I can see, because of that, I can see why they said, okay, well, you know, it's not fair for content creators who are getting a lot of views, but they're just not getting interaction. So it would be more fair if we prioritize just plain old views. If somebody's looking at your stuff, that's good, you know? And they've kind of done that these days. But the downside to that is that it puts this whole popularity contest aspect to social media, right? It's look at me, everybody look at me, okay?
Bodie, I love you so much. I don't understand why you get this scared.
I'm so hot right now. I'm like burning up. How dare you not caress my like thingy? For sure. Bingo, exactly, right? Let's see. He believes you might be scared or nervous in a lot of them. I hope you have a beautiful day. Off to work I go. Right on, Kaylee. Thanks for stopping by. You might be feeling in those. He believes you might be scared or nervous in a lot of them. Maybe. In this? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, guys. It is over an hour now. So I'm going to get the heck out of here. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me this morning. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I will see you guys next time. Actually, I'll see you this evening. If anybody's interested, this evening, I'm going to go live again for Toothless Tuesday. I'm going to pop my denture out to please you guys, okay? I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not even going to say. I'm not even going to fix it, okay? Later tonight. I'm thinking of calling it the Tuesday Night Gummer, because that's what I'm doing. I'm popping my teeth out to please people, you know? So I think that's what we're going to call it, the Tuesday Night Gummer, and I'll be doing a Toothless Tuesday later on this evening. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay clean. Bodie, calm down. Calm down. We're going to go, buddy. We're going to go. Okay, one at a time. Bye, Facebook. Oh, sorry. I should get rid of talk first so I can say it. Bye, book. All right, Talk, you're gone, because you don't like me to say other words. Oh, I'm sorry, Tube, I'm blocking you. Jeepers creepers, the Bodie knows we're almost done. Oh, all right, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Later!